So the first card you have your past is the King of Wands. Yes, I'm just getting a strong sense of you really just wanting to come out and speak your mind at this time. And this is just someone who's really bothering you. But they're not actually bothering you. I'm seeing that this is someone who's bothering someone else. So it's like you feel protective towards someone because someone else is treating them a bit unfairly. That's what was happening at this time. Or, maybe they were trying to put this other person down in some way, and you really care about this person, and it was really it really hurt you to see this happening to this person. You just really felt the unfairness of this. I'm really feeling this sense of injustice you were feeling, and you just wanted to say something. And I'm really feeling this quite strongly, actually. But I'm not seeing if you actually did speak up at the time. But that's how you felt. You were kind of on the edge, ready to speak up. I hope you did, because I'm really sensing this unfairness. I really hope you did speak up. But I'm not seeing clearly whether you did. But I know that that's how you were feeling at this time. The next card you have your past is Strength. So yes, I'm seeing that whether you did or didn't say something to this person, this difficult person, somebody actually did. They either said something, somebody else either said something to this person, or they did something about what this person was doing. I'm seeing something like that. Maybe this was in the workplace, I'm not sure. But somebody else stepped in and something happened. Or if they haven't already done this, they will soon, I'm seeing. There's someone around who has a huge influence actually on this difficult person. And I don't know if you can see this on camera, but in this card, you can see the lion has its tail between its legs. So this woman seems to be doing whatever she wants to this lion. She's like looking in its mouth, and usually you wouldn't put your hands near a lion's mouth or look down at it or pat it or do anything. And this lion's like a little puppy dog looking up at her, and it's just doing whatever she wants. It's not acting like a lion, it's acting like a puppy dog. And it's like this person is like a puppy dog in this other person's hands. They do whatever this person wants. And so yes, this difficult person's been tamed by someone in some way. They've either done or said something to tame this difficult person. And yes, you really wanted to step in. But I'm seeing that somebody else took control of this situation and stepped in and did this work for you. So it was resolved by this other person. Yes, the other thing I'm seeing is that there could be a situation, because I'm seeing a repetition, things going on and on and on forever. If you look at this infinity sign above this woman's head, this is a situation that's kept on repeating itself again and again and again at different times in your life. And I'm just seeing you saying, why me again? And what I'm seeing is, you're like, why me? Why again? And I'm seeing that, maybe that you've had some really difficult relationships and you've had people do some things to you, some pretty bad things, and it just keeps happening again and again, or it has happened again and again in your past. Yes, if this resonates, maybe take a look back and check if you can see any patterns, which I can see a pattern here of the same thing happening again. And think about how you can resolve this, because I know I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying it's your fault, but I'm just saying that maybe look back at the signs that come up if this kind of person comes up for you again, so that you can see these signs quickly, and then you can stop it before it happens, before you get any further. It's that kind of thing. Maybe you just need to look at the signs of this sort of person coming along to you again, so you don't have them in your future. It's something like that. I hope this makes sense. The next card you have your past is the Four of Wands. And I'm so glad you have this card, because what I'm seeing here is, yes, I'm seeing there's a surprise. There is a surprise, and I think at this time in your past you heard about this surprise. So you were told about this thing that was going to happen, and it was a surprise when you heard about it. But then, this is difficult to explain. There was a surprise that you found out. It was something that you found out that was going to happen in your future. So it was like, oh, I didn't know this was going to happen in my future, what a surprise. So then you knew this thing was going to happen, you knew it was coming up, and then you could prepare for this thing when it was coming up in your future, and that's what happened to you. So yes, this surprise that you heard about, that you were planning for, that was going to come up for this event or this thing that was going to come in your future. This involves someone close to you. I'm seeing family, actually. It could involve your family. But you were thinking about this thing a lot at this time in your past. You were thinking about this event and you're planning for this event, and you had your family involved in planning for this. But you had this surprise that led you to know about this thing that was coming up. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have here present is the Two of Wands. So yes, I'm seeing this again. This was in your last reading. I think it was in your last reading. Just from memory, I think. Yes, you're looking out. This is about you looking out and seeing things that other people might not be able to see. And at this time you're thinking about your future. Definitely, you're thinking about what you want to happen in your future, and you're also seeing the bigger picture of things. So you're thinking very deeply about things. You're a very deep thinker about at this time. You are normally anyway, but at this time especially. And this is thinking that's way off the scale from the way that a lot of other people think. So you're planning, you're thinking about something quite big, and you haven't actually taken action yet though. But you're still thinking about this. You're still looking, oh, I could do this bigger thing. I can do that great thing. I can see this in my future. Look how amazing it is. But I'm a little bit afraid. And it's like, if you look at this man, he's looking at things from above. He's looking down on the scene. He's looking down on that scene. And he could be up on some sort of a mountain or a platform or a ledge or something like that. I think he is. I can't see this. I know you might not be able to see this on camera, but he's up on something looking down. But he wants to make a change. He wants to go out. He wants to go into the future, but he's a little bit afraid because if he jumped off, he'd fall down. And that's how you're feeling. You're feeling about this too. You want to do this, but you're a little bit afraid. So you're going to have to plan a little bit more before you actually jump in and do this thing. That's what I'm seeing. I hope this makes sense. You really want to move forward. You're on the right track, but you're a little bit afraid at this time. So the next card you have your present is, yes, the Ten of Wands. I'm just seeing stress here. I'm seeing a lot of stress. This is a very stressful card, a card of burdens, obviously. This could be relationship stress, actually, because this is about emotions, and your emotions are making your day-to-day life a lot more difficult than they need to be. It's like you feel you're trying to run backwards on a treadmill or something like that. You're exhausted, but you're actually not getting anywhere. And I'm seeing this might be because of some other person. This is because there's some sort of lack of communication in a partnership or something like that. There could be some sort of passive aggressiveness even going on or something like that, because there's something tricky here that's making you so exhausted. What I'm seeing is someone's communicating, but they're communicating through their actions, not their words. And you're trying to find out, it's like you're looking at a puzzle and you're trying to fix the puzzle. You're trying to sort out the puzzle or work out what it actually means. Because you're trying to work out what's going on. So this person's giving you signals, but they're not actually telling you what's happening. They're not coming up to you and saying, this is how I feel, this is what's happening. No, they're just doing these little actions and you have to try and kind of work out what they're doing. And if this is about a relationship, this is really unfair on you. I'm really feeling unfair on your behalf. It's not fair. Because you don't want these games. Someone's playing games with you. If they don't want you, say. If they do want you, say. If they want this, whatever, just say. Why don't they say? And so this is really frustrating for you. You don't want these games. I don't want them either. You just want honesty. That's what you're wanting. And then once you've gotten through this, it's exhausting trying to play these games and work out what these people are thinking. You're better off just walking away from this person. That's what I'm seeing. You don't want these games. You want someone who's going to be straight with you. But yes, I will move on. The next card you have, or the last card you have your present, is the Ace of Cups. So yes, you're feeling, this is emotional. You're feeling so many different emotions at this time. And you're trying to heal. You're trying to not think about all these games going on in the Ten of Wands, but you can't. You're very emotional about this. You're trying to heal, but you can't really do that. And the other thing I'm thinking is this is reflecting on the Strength card as well, because you need to come to a place of peace, I'm seeing, and you can't really do that. You can't find a new person, you can't open up emotionally until you get rid of whatever these games are in this person who's playing games with you. You need to have a clear head. You need to have a clear head emotionally and, intellectually and everything like that, if you're going to move forward, if you're going to find a good relationship. And I think you do really need to move on from this person in the Ten of Wands, because this person's really, really just making you so emotional. And they're making you so emotional that you can't make other decisions. You really can't. And you don't need this. You don't need this. That's what I'm seeing. But I won't go on about this anymore. But yes, if I were you, I'd just get rid of this person playing games with you. So the first card you have for your future is the Six of Cups. Again, Six of Cups. Yes, two things are happening here. I'm seeing the first thing is that someone around you could be acting in a way that is a bit childish, a bit immature. This could be the same person in the Ten of Wands. They are childish. They don't face up to their feelings. They can't come to you like an adult and say, I'm feeling like this. They can't come to you like that. They have to play games. They have to mess you around. That's what I'm seeing. And yes, this is something to do with relationships. It could be someone who comes back and forward in your life. This is definitely someone who's playing games with you. They're still doing this in your future. And yes, they're coming back and forward because they come back from the past and come back to you again. They pretend that they're giving you a lovely vase of flowers. They're not actually doing that. They're playing tricks on you. I'm sorry, that's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry to be blunt. Yes, just really try and move on from this person. And again, the next card you have for your future is the Seven of Cups. Again, I'm sorry, there's so much uncertainty around in your future, all the way through in your present and your future with this person. I'm really, really sorry. And, if this resonates, I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't resonate, actually. You're really mixed up. You're really mixed up about this person. And I can see why, because they're playing all these kinds of tricks on you. And yes, guessing games. I keep on seeing guessing games. This person is keeping you guessing. They're playing games with you. They're not being clear with you. And this is what's happening in your future as well. Please try and get away from this person. This person's playing trick or treat with you. They're playing trick or treat. You're looking at all these cups. You don't know what's going to be under them. You don't know if you're going to get a snake, or you're going to get a beautiful piece of jewelry, or you're going to get a lizard, or you're going to get a beautiful castle, or anything like that. You just don't know. You're lifting up the lids on these cups and you're thinking, what am I going to get? A trick or a treat? I don't know. And you don't want that. You don't want trick or treat with someone. There's someone in your future who's there for you. They're going to give you a treat, a beautiful treat. They're not going to give you trick or treat. You don't want trick or treat. You need to know where you stand. You can't have this person playing games with you. I'm sorry, I'll try and not be as forceful. But this person's really, really going to be clouding your head. And this trickery is stopping you, again, it's stopping you from living the rest of your life properly, from actually having a clear head and being able to make other decisions in your life. So please get away from this person if this resonates with you. I hope it doesn't. If it does, please get away from this person. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, the last card you have in your future is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about looking back over what's happened and learning from things to create a better future. There have been so many people causing problems for you, especially this person that's all the way through this reading. Could be a relationship, could be someone you're hoping to be in a relationship, or you're kind of in some sort of romantic involvement in some way if it's not a proper relationship. But yes, you don't want that. Please try and learn. Look back on what's going on. Look back on what you're doing. This man's looking down on these pentacles. He's looking down on everything and he's surveying the situation. Think about what's been going on. Think about what this person's been doing to you. Think about, the way that they haven't been clean with you. They haven't been open with you. They've been trying to trick you. They've been playing games. Don't let this person do this. Please learn from this. Look back and learn and then move forward. That's what I'm seeing there. I'm sorry if I'm so blunt with you. I really didn't mean to be.